Hello and welcome back to Hawks Tarot. It is Sunday evening and I hope all of you enjoyed your weekend. I just felt kind of felt like I wanted to hop on here and give a message for one of the signs. I'm actually going to ask the angel deck which sign needs a message. So whatever is the first card that clearly signifies a particular sign that pops out is who gets the message. Who needs a message right now from the angel deck? Let's see. Who needs a message from the angel deck? Who needs a message from the angel deck? Two of fire. So it might be a fire sign, but more specifically, show me the exact sign. Who needs a message? So we got King of Air, which is a Libra card, but then we got the Lovers on the bottom, which is a Gemini card. So I think it's Gemini that actually needs the message. Okay, let's do Gemini. What message does my Gemini need to receive? Show me the message here for Gemini. Show me the message for Gemini. All right, Geminis. What's popping up here? What's coming in here for Geminis? What's coming in here for Geminis? Four of Earth. Four of Earth is stability, but it's also about, holding on to what you have, not being too frivolous. It can mean that you need to learn how to give to others. It can be a card representative of like a miserly energy. Or it could even be, just making good business decisions and kind of holding on to what you have and growing at an appropriate pace. But then we have Two of Earth on the bottom of the deck, which is, kind of that juggling aspect of, a little bit too much going on at once, not feeling completely balanced. Yeah. What else does my Gemini need to see? What else does Gemini need to see? Unity, card number 5, Archangel Sandalphon. And that's all about traditions. It typically, when I see that card, it can be a card of commitment. It can be a card of ceremonies. It can be a card that talks about, a spiritual mentor. With the Seven of Water on the bottom there. So Gemini, you might have, a complex decision. You might have a lot of options, and you may be looking at it from the traditional standpoint, and then also, seeking guidance from those that you trust, from high vibing spiritual people about these options. But Seven of Water also can mean that you need to stop procrastinating, right? So there might be something here that you're holding on to from a traditional standpoint, that if you seek a little bit of guidance, you may actually be able to make a decision to move forward. Anything else for my Gemini? Knight of Air, which is a Gemini card, as well as 10 of Air. So Knight of Air is all about like things happening quickly, messages coming in very quickly. It's a decisive energy and an intelligent energy. Make sure that you do take time to review your options. Going back to that 7 of Cups card, but this looks like there's going to be some fast moving speech, fast moving energy as far as your, your idealistic mindset goes. Because Geminis are great with that. We'll have a million and one ideas. But whether or not we actually take action on all of those is another thing. And then you also got 10 of Air. So that's, an opportunity to heal. But it is the end of a difficult situation. And that's your opportunity, Gemini, to actually embrace the change. And, once you reach the 10 of Air, you can expect things to get better as long as you do your healing. And with that, the Sun being on the bottom, which is all about that happy outcome, confidence, positivity, success. So there may be something that, you may be kind of holding on to where you are, but you may have a lot of really good business ideas, but you're not putting them into action. Maybe you're trying to be very traditional, but with that Unity card as well, with Archangel Sandalphon, I do get the sense that there may be, other spiritual mentors, other people that you could learn from right now that are going to help you to move forward in a way that's going to help you grow, but also help you to really follow through on your idealistic opportunities. Anything else for my Gemini? Anything else for Geminis? Okay, and then we got the Sun in the reverse with the Knight of Fire on the bottom. So you just had the Sun, and you got the Sun come out again in reverse, and then the Knight of Fire on the bottom. So Gemini, if you don't think things through, I don't think you'll have a happy outcome, right? Maybe that's part of the reason why you've been kind of in that 4 of Earth stability, holding on to what you have, trying to make good business decisions, trying not to be too frivolous with your money, and with your ventures. But if you do move too passionately and too quickly without thinking it through, that would lead to more of a bad move, something that would not create success and happiness for you. So, especially with the Knight of Air and the 10 of Air being here on the board, I'm getting the message that, you do need to make sure that you're idealistic and creative in your solutions to whatever this perceived problem or setback is for you, so that you can put an end to a difficult situation and move forward in a way that's going to bring the Sun in the upright. Okay, let's get some clarification here for my Geminis. Why does the Gemini feel in the 4 of Earth? Why does the Gemini feel in the 4 of Earth? 3 of Earth. So maybe you were being a team player, or felt like you were being a team player, and then you got let go from that position, or you were put in a state where you felt like you were giving, maybe you were giving all of your creative ideas to, another company or another group of people. And maybe that's when you started to hold back because you realized, oh, I need to, save these ideas for myself, or I need to find a new way to do this that's going to actually work for me, and not just give all of your creative power to another team, so to speak, giving the secrets away to the other team. So I do think this is involving something around business and money, and that you were in that Four of Earth due to a Three of Earth situation. So maybe you were giving too much to a team, or giving too many of your ideas, or um, maybe it didn't pay off. Maybe you got let go. And then you went into that Four of Earth energy, and you're wanting to move forward. You got a lot of options for yourself to move forward, but now you're trying to make sure you make the right decision as you grow, as you expand, so that way you don't put yourself in a bad situation. So that way you actually, do make good business decisions for yourself moving forward. Bottom of the deck is King of Earth, which of course goes hand in hand with what we're saying. And that's a successful time. Confidently accept, the opportunities that you're offered. And King of Earth can also be that Midas touch aspect there. Okay, so it does look like you had a setback, but you are trying to grow. You are trying to come out of that. Um, the setback could have been related to when you were working with other people, collaborating on a different project. It could be a previous workplace, or even, a business partner, someone you were working with, that then you felt like you had to pull back and hold on to what you had before moving forward growth wise. You may still work with this company or this person, but I'm kind of getting the feeling that you don't work with them much, if at all, anymore. What is this unity guidance here for my Geminis? What is the unity guidance for Geminis here? Four of air. Yeah. You had to take time to rest. And so you're trying to think of ways to keep growing, and you're looking at things from a traditional standpoint, and you're trying to use this higher level knowledge, and you're trying to use your highest vibration and essence, and maintain that good energy, and take your time to rest before moving forward. Definitely before moving into another team. I don't see that happening. You may branch out on your own, Gemini, because it looks like the team aspect is what put you in that Four of Earth energy of holding back. And then you were, trying to see clearly, and gain that spiritual guidance before making any rash decisions. You needed that time to rest and to reflect and think about what your next and best move is forward. Gemini does look like you want to be on the right path if you are not already. I do feel like most of you are. I feel like this was something that was upsetting, and it may have shaken your stability a little bit, but I do see you growing again. I do see you gaining happiness again, and being very successful in business once you're able to start that level of growth again. But you needed to reflect and look within spiritually to make sure, and really get those spiritual downloads to make sure this was the right move before jumping into everything. Four of air on top of the unity card as a clarifier there. Four of air can also be talking about meditation, and how meditation can provide answers. So you were seeking spiritual guidance and taking that time for yourself to rest before making any rash business decisions or business moves. Okay. Give me, because this seems business wise, give me advice for Gemini in business. Give me advice for Gemini in business. Release, Archangel Azrael, card number 13, which is the death card in the traditional deck. And so that's all about death, rebirth, the end of a phase or situation, a spiritual transformation, and time to move on. So, Gemini, if you've been contemplating something for quite some time and you're kind of in this Four of Earth and then Four of Air energy, but you haven't completely released the hurt of maybe a past team, that you didn't get your justice from, or your full compensation from, or something along those lines. You need to actually just release that, Gemini. Whoever you worked with or whomever may have taken advantage of your creative ideas, or put you in a state where you feel like you had to pull back and hold on so that you could regain that sense of stability before growing your business or sharing your ideas again. You need to release them. You need to release that company. You need to release the hurt of any unpaid compensation. Now if it's a big deal, of course, like if you're due compensation and it's that something intense like that, you may actually want to hire a lawyer. But I don't give legal advice, so that's on you and your lawyer if that's something that you need to do, Gemini. But what I'm really seeing here is there is the opportunity for you to build the best business is actually, learn from that past, release that, and don't hold it in your energy as you move forward, because your business is going to be, in your career is so much more than what has happened. What does Gemini need to release? Just to clarify, what does Gemini need to release? What does Gemini need to release? The world. So, and that's Archangel Michael. So, a past cycle. So, you may have been at a certain point in your career and that's not right for you anymore. Your path is taking you in a slightly different direction, and it looks like in a much more spiritual direction, honestly, Gemini. So if you congratulate yourself for how you handled that past situation, because it does look like you handled it pretty well. Upstanding is the word that I'm getting. And then, you did a good job with closing out that cycle. So now you need to actually release that. And the world the world card is about the path towards enlightenment as well. Yeah, with the Chariot on the bottom. Chariot is about victory, but it's also about, two sides coming together. And although the Chariot is a Cancer card, I want you to think about that, Gemini, with the aspect of the two sides coming together. And, us really making sure that both of our twins can be honest and truthful, and we can really understand both of our sides. That we can make sure that our twins are talking to each other, so to speak, that we can bring two opposing sides together to unanimously move forward in the right direction for us. Gemini, you may have one twin aspect that's really ready to move forward, that has, for the most part, put everything behind them that happened before, listening to the spiritual guidance, wanting to move forward on their own venture. Well, then you may have the other twin that is still in a fear-based state, where, maybe they're still a little upset about what happened before, or maybe they're fearful about moving forward. Maybe they're fearful about failure. So make sure that your twins are talking to each other as well, as you look at that aspect of the Chariot being on the bottom here. And that is, those two sides coming together: victory, public recognition, self-discipline and willpower. Gemini, maybe that's what this is. You got a lot of brilliant ideas, but maybe you really haven't put it out there again yet. For the public recognition, maybe you weren't ready to share your gifts with the world again. And that's what this time, this Four of Air, this time of rest, that's what that was about. Using that spiritual guidance and taking that time for yourself to rest, to make sure you do move in the right direction for you. But Geminis, you know how we are. Talk to yourself, talk it through, make sure that you're on the same page with yourself. And that you do keep cycles closed that you already did the hard work to close out, and keep moving forward on your path toward enlightenment. Any other messages for my Gemini? Ace of Water. Yeah. So Ace of Water, of course, can be spiritual growth, enhanced intuition. Um, it could be a new love, a new relationship. It could be an emotional offer. It could be self-love. And that may be what you need to learn from this, right? Is that self-love, emotional independence. Give yourself the love and the care and the time that you need. It could also be a new home. So if part of the reason why you were holding back and kind of holding on to try to make sure you make the best business decisions is because maybe part of your goal was a new home. And that, maybe that just didn't seem possible after what had happened business wise. And so you had to regroup. Regrouping is good, Gemini. So that was the last for the messages, but any other advice? Advice for my Geminis in business. Advice for Geminis in business. Eight of Water. So that's that aspect of, searching for something more meaningful, walking away from things that no longer serve you, walking towards the sunlight. Once again, more about that emotional growth aspect of walking towards what's going to serve you in this lifetime. So once again, as that has, I feel like I'm repeating myself. That message came up a little bit earlier, right? With the release card and with the world. So make sure that whatever had happened with this business aspect, with this other company, with someone you did business with, someone that made you feel like you had to pull back and hold on, leave that in the past. You, Gemini, are moving forward towards something that's way more meaningful for you. This career, this business move is going to bring you a lot of happiness. You do have to completely release the past, though. And Eight of Earth is on the bottom there as well with this advice. So that's that aspect of hard work, putting in the work, learning all there is to know about a topic, making sure that you really allow yourself the opportunity to become the best at what you do. It can be going back to school if that's something that resonates with some of my Geminis, where you have a lot of passion towards something that you wanted to do, but you haven't done the training to start that new career. This could be trying to tell you, now's the opportunity. That's more meaningful for you. That's something that's going to bring you more joy in the long run. But really, more than anything, I get this vibe for Geminis that either have their own business, want to start their own business, or are currently in a lull with their business, but trying to grow it and expand it. Also, with the Eight of Earth, don't forget that skilled work is rewarded. Show me outcome for Geminis in business. Outcome for Gemini in business. Outcome for Gemini in business. Okay, Gemini. So this is why you need to just move on and heal from what happened with that other business or company or business partner. Here's why, Gemini, because it's showing that was an injustice, that it's going to come out that was an injustice, and that was an unwise choice on their part. You just need to learn what you can from this situation. The universe will work hard on making sure there's a level of balance, and the universe will create justice for a situation. You, Gemini, have to actually understand that, for one, you're nobody's punisher. For two, if you don't allow yourself to get over what happened, it's actually going to hold you back. And review everyone's motives, right? Learn what you can from that situation. Were there certain red flags that you didn't pay attention to with that business partner, with that business, with those clients? Were there certain red flags? Were there things that you realized now moving forward in business, you're going to be able to stand up for yourself more because you know your worth, you know you're good at what you do, and you're going to more easily be able to understand other people's motives that you do business with. So it is telling me that, the truth is going to come out, that was an injustice. You need to learn what you can from that situation, because it was not a wise decision on their part, on that person, that business partner you worked with, or that company that you worked with, someone you were on a team with, or people that you were on a team with. There was an injustice, right? Justice in the reverse. But the truth is going to come out. 7 of air in the reverse, and 5 of air in the upright. So they may actually even feel bad about it. They know that was not a smart decision on their part. They know they haven't made things right with you. But you can learn from this and move forward, and the universe will work things out. Even if it's not with that particular person or that particular group of people, the universe will bring justice your way with what you choose to do moving forward. But don't hold yourself stagnant. Just make wise decisions and learn where you can from these previous business ventures that didn't work in your favor. And then show me outcome for Gemini's business moving forward. Outcome for Gemini's business moving forward. 6 of fire, victory, good news is on its way, public recognition or awards. So you're moving in the right direction. You're going to get recognition for the work that you do in this world, and the Emperor on the bottom. Gemini, learn what you can from that past experience. That was an injustice. It will be made right universally. Okay, you don't have to make it right for everyone. You make it right for you by learning what you can from that situation, by not allowing people to take advantage of you, by knowing your worth, by, clearly looking and seeing people's motivation, um, especially if someone took your ideas and then didn't pay you for them. That's a clear message for somebody. And like I said, if it is something major, maybe look into hiring a lawyer. However, I don't feel like that applies for most of you. I feel like for most of you, it's a situation that you can learn from, that the universe is going to work it out. You don't necessarily need to go get a lawyer and fight that, because that's going to hold you in that energy. Whereas you would actually benefit more by continuing on your path and working hard towards how you're really going to help the most people and help your community and yourself the most, creating this other business aspect. Last message before we close out. Last message for Gemini. Last message for Gemini in growing their business, because it looks like that's what you're going to be doing soon. Last message for Gemini in growing their business. 10 of water. It's going to make you so happy, Gemini, by you learning your lessons, dropping what no longer served you anyway, right? And moving forward and learning your lessons and understanding that even though there was an imbalance, it's not for you to hold on to. It's not for you to correct what other people did. It's for you to learn from and help you keep moving forward on the path that is going to bring you the most emotional fulfillment, and others, right? So, this could also be about the more you grow and build your business the way that you want to build a business, the way you want to do business. You may have had an experience with the company or with a previous business partner that made you realize you don't want to do business the way that they do business. And so by you really looking at that for yourself and then taking that time to go in, get the spiritual downloads, take the time to rest, take the time to, heal from and keep that cycle closed with that past job or company or business partner, whatever it was. And then you're stable right now. You are still 4 of Earth already. You're still stable where you are. But I see you wanting this growth, but it looks like you're going to have a lot of success and a lot of rewards coming your way as you grow your business venture. Yeah. You just needed to take the time to get the spiritual downloads and to rest and to be able to take those ideas that you have and move forward in a way that's going to work for you on your path. I love that ended with the 10 of water. And on the bottom of the deck is the page of water, which is, about, a new love entering your life. It could be about, just a new person in general that has, that's sensitive, that's friendly, that has good motives, intentions. Um, it could be about um, uh, a new phase of a relationship. It could also just be about you continuously giving yourself that love and putting your love into your business. Also, it can be about your psychic abilities. So like I said, for those Geminis that I saw, that spiritual growth with, a lot of the messages that came out talked about spiritual growth for my Geminis. And so that as well, you allowing yourself to really enhance your psychic abilities, for those of you that resonates with as well. Gemini, you're going to be very successful, it looks like. Please learn from the past and keep that cycle closed. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys all gained benefit out of these messages. Please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like a personal reading, reach out. Emails in the description box below. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, this is Hawks Tarot. Have a beautiful rest of your weekend and a great next week.